Hi. Uh, I actually. Oh, it's dawn. Didn't even notice. I actually, noticed a few things about bullying being mentioned in a few different communities. It's not just schools anymore, which is a good break, and I am moving. There we go. There we go. So, bullying. I know most people expect me to get on some sort of soapbox or some whatever like that. The fact is, bullying is a thing. But it's not really bullying I'm here to talk about. I'm talking about something a little bit less noticeable. Now, bullying is pretty simple. You're mean to someone for some reason, and you do it a lot. That's what I understand it to be. I don't know. But that's why it's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being mean. What it is. What it does. Who it affects. Whatever comes to mind, really. Seriously, facts are facts. It boils down to something very simple. Being mean makes you look stupid. Very, very stupid. Honestly, from my perspective, having thought about it as much as I have, wars look like little tiffs between children to me. Oh, these people fought these people for oil. Learn to share. Kindergartners, learn these things. Why can't adults remember them? Fact of the matter is saying mean things, especially destructive criticism, as I like to call it. Definitely not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism has logic behind it, but destructive criticism and the like, bullying, mean comments, lashing out, all those things really make you look like a little kid who's just too stupid to think of a better way to do things. Matter of fact, if you're mean to someone just because you don't like them, I'm not sure I need to finish that sentence. I actually had to take a legitimate moment to think about that. It's really simple, guys. If you're being mean because of emotions, there's probably something behind the emotions. Saying something like, you suck because I don't like you, isn't good enough. Be an adult. Seriously, be mature about this. You suck because... You know what? You suck doesn't even belong in there. I have to correct myself right now. I don't like, say, how you draw. Your style. When you said blah blah blah. Those are reasonable opinions. Those are okay. What's not okay is genuinely being mean to someone for no good reason. A good reason would include, I don't know, someone raping your sister or something like that. That's a good reason. Well, a reasonable reason. I wouldn't say good on any of that point, because being mean to someone isn't a good thing. But not a good reason is like in kindergarten. Oh, he took my lunchbox. Grow up. Please, please grow up. I'm not even just talking about the YouTube community. Or the people who watch YouTube. Whether it's on Facebook or the news, I don't care. You all need to grow up. I'm no better. I will not lie. I am no better. I lash out. I admit it. There's our difference. Knowing is half the battle, as they say. The other half is more related to willpower, which I'm not exactly strong on. So simply speaking, one man gets power, then he starts a war over something, for example, like some sort of resource, because they don't want to sell it all to him. Just so much no there. That's a kid's tiff. Why are we going to wars over childish bull? Why? Seriously, if people used common sense even, we wouldn't even have wars. No one would pick fights because we wouldn't need to. Negotiation, communication, all these are very good words. Very useful too. So why are you being mean to each other? Like, you don't have to be mean to express your opinions or your feelings. Even as an adult, it's okay to say, I'm angry, but as an adult, we probably should have a because da 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 after it. Just try to be mindful of each other's feelings, maybe. Like, even politics works this way. You say nice things, you get nice results. Like, for example, peace treaties. They said nice things, they don't fight. And we don't have to suffer because they're too immature to say, okay, maybe we can come to some sort of compromise. Anyone ever think of that? I'm sure I can't be alone. I cannot be alone in this. There's too many people on Earth. I'm actually not exaggerating. There's way too many people on Earth. Personally, I think we could do with a decrease in population here and there. Especially in cities. You know, the places where crime is at its highest. Maybe it's because there's too many stupid people here. And I'm not talking about people who really need the warning label that says choking hazard has small parts. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking people who buy a gun, try to rob a bank, and fail. And get caught. It's like, seriously, people. There are proper processes that will get you through these things. Manners do come in very handy quite often. Let's just use the bank robbing thing for example. They do it. Okay. They fail. Okay. They get caught. Now the important part here is if they're polite to the officers. Like, yes, I understand. I understand, honestly. I was told we were, like, I don't know, filming or something. I don't know. You don't necessarily have to be honest. Honestly, it would be nice if people could be honest all the time. But that's just, well, there's too many scenarios where that'll get someone hurt. However, you don't have to tell the whole truth. It's lies by omission. Like I thought we were filming, for all I know. But, you know what, let's just say in this hypothetical situation, they were gonna film it. Post it on YouTube or something. Maybe some other media. As long as they have a camera freaking rolling. You could always just say you were trying to make a freaking movie. You don't have to say you were actually trying to make a documentary or anything like that. Documentaries are still movies. Even honesty has its loopholes. The fact is, if you're nice, you'll be treated better. There are other techniques to remaining invisible, some of which I use on a regular basis. Being on YouTube is actually against the techniques. It's kind of something that's a definitely never do thing. Oh, come on, blanket, stay on my leg. It's cold enough without it falling off. So, you know, use common sense. Like, it doesn't take like anyone older than, say, a 5-year-old to come up with "you suck because I don't like you," or just "you suck." That's just lame. Seriously, guys. This is why I don't have faith in humanity. This is literally the reason. You guys don't seem to have even the common sense, which weirdly enough is not common anymore. Note the word anymore. Why don't you ask your grandparents or hell, your parents, if you're about my age, about the past? Like, oh, dad, granddad, whatever. What kind of morals were you taught as a kid? What kind of things that people do now infuriate you because they seem just plain stupid? They got a list, believe me. My dad has a list, and that's only of the drivers. In Canada. Holy. Seriously, watch Canada's the Worst Driver. It is an awesome show. It is so good. Regrettably, those kinds of drivers are very, common. There are several in the one city I live in. Any one day, you'll probably come across at least 2 or 3. But that's mostly because they don't care, or they're too stupid to care about other drivers. Like, hey, I'm just gonna run this red light. Nothing's gonna happen. Common sense even says bullshit. Something's gonna happen. Suppose there's 2 of these idiots on the road. They very well may run into each other. Common courtesy, guys. In the time of our parents, this stuff was common sense. Be nice to each other. Treat each other with human dignity. You don't even have to really be that nice. You just have to treat them like an equal, a fellow humans. I'm gonna go before I get actually angry about this. Well, either way, it's just food for thought. Later.